Hi guys. So each year the government is paying $2 billion in taxpayers' money for rent and mortgage payments for people who are struggling to pay for their housing. Now I've put a link to this article in the description. Now the only reason that this money is needed is because house prices and rent prices in New Zealand are too high. And they are only too high because they are being artificially propped up by these supplements. So it is a kind of vicious circle. Rents go up, accommodation supplement is needed. This makes landlords push prices up further as they know they can get more money and they are extremely greedy. This then pushes rents up, so once again more accommodation supplement is needed. It's a scam, and it's obvious why this is happening when you look at how many properties MPs own. Obviously they're going to vote to use taxpayers' money to artificially make themselves richer. Why else would they bother becoming an MP if it was not just to make themselves richer? Surely nobody still believes that politicians become politicians to try and make the country better for the people who actually live in it. As if that had happened in this day and age. So how exactly has this scam been allowed to go on for as long as it has? And that's what I want to know. Now there should be an independent review of who has been voting to keep these policies in place. And then let's all see if those who were all in favour and said aye actually own rental properties. So just to show you how insane this all is, you've got a poor taxpayer who is still living at home as he cannot afford rent on his own place. But he's working in a very low paid, insecure job in Auckland. And then some of the tax that this guy pays goes indirectly to another landlord via accommodation supplement, which then keeps rents elevated and just high enough that this young guy cannot afford his own place. So his tax money is actually working against him, making him not be able to rent his own place. It's just not fair. It's insane that it's been allowed. Like I said, I just can't believe this has been allowed for so long. Without this market manipulating accommodation supplement, all rents would drop, and that's a fact. Now I do understand that some renters need it, but that is only because rents are too high because of this supplement. It needs phasing out and the market needs to readjust. Propping this up is only benefiting landlords to the detriment of absolutely everyone else once again. Landlords always getting favoured. So now let's discuss another benefit to landlords that is also detrimental to everyone else in New Zealand. The landlord interest deductibility tax breaks. One of the very few good things that Labour did with their time in power was to try and stop this insanely expensive tax break for landlords. Now I keep on saying this, but as landlords in New Zealand benefit from the market manipulating accommodation supplement, they should not be classified as a genuine business, and as a result should not receive this tax break. Here is the cost to the New Zealand taxpayer as a result of Luxon reinstating these tax breaks. Now I have put a link to this document in the description. So it is costing $2.92 billion over the period to 2027-2028. And then as you can see, when it is 100% interest deductibility, it has gone from $785 million per year in 2025-2026 to $855 million per year in 2026-2027 to $915 million per year in 2027-2028. And as you can see, the cost to the taxpayer is rising each year. So it's safe to say that this will be well past $1 billion and rising to $2 billion and $3 billion and $4 billion in no time at all. Every year, there's more and more millions and millions and millions of taxpayers' dollars being grabbed by these landlords. So landlords who actually do nothing positive for the economy but take and take and take are getting $3 billion per year of taxpayers' money that could be used in so many better places. Just think about where it could be used in primary schools and hospitals. There's any number of places it should be being used, but going more money into landlords who then just buy more rentals and just keep this Ponzi scheme going. So it's time to put a stop to this, guys, obviously. I mean, there'd be so many landlords out there as well who can see that this is wrong, but they just find it hard to admit it. And it's funny when I get comments from landlords saying that they will all vote in a coordinated block to make sure that this tax grab continues, yeah. Well, guys, we'll see, won't we? And who can play at that game? Other people who aren't benefiting from these tax grabs and whose lives are actually being made worse because services are getting worse, because landlords are getting a lot more money, can also vote in blocks. So if Luxon and his merry men don't admit that they've made a massive mistake and publicly review and then reverse this unjustifiable tax grab charity to landlords, then they deserve to be voted out, I'm afraid. There is no way that a responsible government in an economy as weak as New Zealand's can be taken away from the poor with one hand and given to rich landlords with the other. No, that cannot continue. So guys, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and listen, I'll see you all on the next one. Cheers for that.